Yo, what is up? My name is Ryan, but a lot more people know me as Shookya, and since all of you ungrateful bastards have been on my ass for using the Heat, I thought I would finally suck it up and try to use the Bobcats tonight because I'm sick and tired of all you assholes crying like little babies because I like to use Miami. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. I'm the top-rated three-point shooter in the world and easily the best YouTuber out there. I also played Call of Duty professionally at one point, so check out some of my old games. I also make commentaries for Black Ops 2, but you must go and check out the Real Perfect Release, Perfect Defense, and Perfect Offense guides for NBA 2K13. They'll instantly make you a 10 times better player, I promise. They're super long, but you'll probably end up watching them like 2 or 3 times anyway because they're so good. I know some other subscribers around here have enjoyed them more than once. If you'd like to become a part of the varsity of NBA 2K, you're welcome to join everybody here, as long as you don't suck. Anyway, let's get started. Now, I have never used Charlotte before, and I don't know how any of their perfect releases look. I didn't even bother to try to shoot with any of the Bobcats players before I played either. I just thought I would go in with the strategy and let my fingers do the rest. I had to do a little research before I had the confidence to use the Bobcats, though. I really didn't want to get a bullshit loss, so I had to have at least some kind of game plan. I went into practice mode and arranged the Charlotte players from best defensive player to worst defensive player, and that's how I came up with this starting lineup. I have Ben Gordon at the point, Jeff Taylor at the shooting guard, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, the Bobcats' best defender with an on-ball defensive rating of only 80, at the small forward, Gerald Henderson at the 4, and then good old Biyombo at the center. You're going to see me run out of time trying to set up my first and second team because I wrote down my lineups in a Word document and then tried to look back and forth between my TV and my laptop to try to match up the positions. Anyway, my second team had a little mini strategy of its own, and that was to play the 2 7-footers, Byron Mullins and Brendan Haywood, to work the glass for me while my starters got some rest. This second unit was led by Kemba Walker, who was my go-to scoring option for this second 5, and then Reggie Williams and Ramon Sessions at the 2 and 3 positions. Both of these squads were actually pretty solid. The only reason I didn't start Simba was because his defense wasn't all that great. I only call him that because I saw this hilarious video of him breaking Gary McGee's ankles to hit a game winner to upset Pittsburgh, and then they cut to that Lion King song with Kemba's head cropped out where Simba was at the beginning of the movie, like... So here we go. The guy I got matched up with was PK95, and he chose the Clippers. His record was 2-1, so I really didn't know what to expect. He was on a 1-loss streak, so he must have went undefeated in those first 2 games. I was a little worried at the beginning that this was going to be a bad idea and I was going to mess up my stats, but it turned out pretty good. I didn't start off too hot, but eventually I got some shots to fall. I played offense pretty much the exact same way I do with any other team, which is just trying to penetrate and kick it out to the 3-point line, which is something I'm going to address in the offensive guides, or to create enough space for a dribble pull-up. The Bobcats' passing game was actually pretty solid. It was the #1 thing that I was worried about initially, but this game turned out pretty nicely in my favor once my defense started getting some stops. I think that if I really put some time and thought into it, I could actually turn the Bobcats into a dirty-ass team to play against, especially if I messed with the starters a little bit more because Reggie Williams has a nasty dribble pull-up. All it takes is a little bit of experimenting and knowledge to know what a good player is, especially with how he fits in the offense, the defense, and the players that surround him. I'm guessing you guys want me to do this for a lot of your teams as well. Find out who the starter should be and then who should come off the bench. I'll probably start with the Knicks first, since I've seen a lot of comments about them, and we'll go from there. The more requested the team, the faster you'll see it, you know what I mean? Eventually, I was up 28-12 about halfway through the second quarter, and he just ended up going to the dashboard in shame before he felt any more embarrassed about himself. So there you go. I'll bet you guys are still going to want me to try and play with the Wizards or some bullshit like that next, but hopefully this is the first and last time that I ever have to use the Bobcats. Besides that, I'm going to cross my fingers and pray that you guys will shut the hell up now. Peace.